On June 26, 1963, President John F. Kennedy stood before a massive crowd in West Berlin and declared, "Ich bin ein Berliner." This powerful phrase was meant to show unwavering support for a city divided by the Cold War, where the Berlin Wall stood as a stark symbol of ideological conflict between East and West. Kennedy's speech came at a time when tensions were high, and the world watched as two superpowers competed for influence, often at the expense of ordinary people. While his words inspired many, the reality behind the speech was far more complicated. Berlin was not just a city, it was a battleground of competing visions. The Soviet Union and its allies controlled East Berlin and sought to solidify their grip on Eastern Europe. The Western Allies held West Berlin as a fragile island of democracy in the middle of a communist bloc. Kennedy's declaration was meant to reassure West Berliners that America would stand by them no matter what. However, this reassurance came with risks. It was also a message to the Soviet Union that the United States was willing to confront Moscow, pushing the city closer to becoming a potential flashpoint for conflict. The speech, while celebrated as a symbol of freedom and courage, also served America's geopolitical interests. Kennedy's visit was as much about projecting strength and winning hearts and minds in Europe as it was about supporting the people of Berlin. The rallying cry boosted morale but did little to change the harsh realities faced by those living under the shadow of the wall, many of whom experienced daily hardships and the constant fear of Soviet pressure. Kennedy's promise of solidarity overlooked contradictions in U.S. foreign policy. The United States championed democracy abroad, but frequently supported authoritarian regimes elsewhere when it suited strategic goals. The image of freedom in West Berlin contrasted with covert interventions and realpolitik maneuvers happening around the world. His words echoed hope, but also masked the complexities of a divided world. The Ich bin ein Berliner speech remains one of the most iconic moments of the Cold War era. It symbolized defiance against oppression and the desire for unity. But it also highlighted how political rhetoric can serve multiple purposes. Kennedy's message was clear, but the battle for Berlin and the world was far from over. The speech was both a beacon of hope and a reminder of the tense, uncertain times that defined a divided century.